Whatever.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:27.1.
I tried something. Don't know if it's going to work. That is the only thing. What are these? These like previous alerts? Yeah, they're previous alerts. They can go away. So I'm hoping what I've just tried is going to result in it being a little bit better. So I just kind of need to keep an eye on it. Right, what were we doing? We were doing the time management test. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's see if we still get the same sort of issue. I'm hoping we don't. Much better? Excellent. Thank you for pointing it out as well. Oh, balls that. Oh no, we've still on for a really good lap there, and I've just backed out of it. We're gonna have to sparingly. Oh no, wait, we've got. It's fine. We will pick up the pace. Don't worry. Stop worrying, Jeff. It'll be there. I've made the same mistake into turn 3 that I did before. Still up on the delta though, so that's fine. To be honest, I'll take a green by the time this is done. I've really managed to ball this up quite a few times now. Come on, purple score. There we go. There we go. Beautiful.
And a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Yeah, I realised the problem. The problem was I at some point during the setup I'd forgot to change the encoder to the graphics card as opposed to the CPU. That was like one of the first things I did on my old OBS Studio. It took a little bit longer to figure out because like the Streamlabs OBS is UI-wise it's very different. I'm just going to have a little butchers at that last attempt.
navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
Yeah, I see what you mean about that being very choppy. Very choppy.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 26.6.
Then I sort of ended the stream. Let me see if I can just find the... see if it's going to have it for my channel. Right, okay, yeah, so it's now there. Oh, yeah, that is
We're 22nd
much better.
193.4 miles per hour.
Like, it's not perfect, like, it's not crystal clear quality, but for stream, it works. It works. So much smoother? Wonderful, that's fine. Right, how long have we got? 17 minutes. Let's see if we can get any more resource points. Yeah, I've you know, quality-wise, it's not... That's the small trade-off from streaming. You do give up that little bit in terms of quality.
But remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
Oh, we're looking solid on the delta to start with. Maybe a bit too solid on the delta. I can only really mess around with the ERS. That's fine. I'll save more fuel later on in the lap. Bit of lift and coast. Who doesn't love a bit of lift and coast? Oh man, I've only got like a tenth to play with. I was way too cautious there. That'll do. That's fine. I'll take green. No, I'm good, thanks, man. Don't really want to work on it. And ERS management, I hate doing that. Let's just do the quali one and then go into race. I think I just want to get an idea on quali pace. And then we'll go into qualifying and then into the race.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Got ya. Don't you worry about it, Jeff. I'm on it. Right, let's just keep it rich, hot lap, and away we go. I butchered turn one. Oh, the car bit back, though. Magnussen. I think this lap's been a write-off. Let's retry this practice program. I don't think that was quite going to go well, that one. And we will. We're currently 18th. That's not really... I mean, we're not last. I will take not last as successful. These soft tyres are so much nicer to drive on, man. I've scraped the wall and that's going to cost me some tenths. Oh, come on. Pushing too hard. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, you know what? I can't be bothered with this. Let's just go straight into the... Where is the skip to quali? There we go.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Bottas, Hamilton, and Max Verstappen. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
So I ended up 19th, and Alesi ended up 14th. Not bad. Not bad. You know, I'll take that. Not the worst result, you know. Resource points. So Alesi gets resource points as well. I love that so much. Right, into qualifying. Well, not into qualifying, into the workstation, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some resource points on the chassis, because that's the one thing I noticed. It feels heavy, right? The car just feels heavy. So let's get some weight reduction on the car. Let's do that. It's got a 40% chance of failure, which is concerning, but I mean, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, wonderful. And I guess we can just go into quali. I'm not excited for the race, man. The fact that it's going to be raining at the race is, oh boy. So if I can get into Q2, I will deem that a huge success, in all honesty. So where's car setup? Car setup. View the car setup. Let's take as much fuel out the car as possible. Keep the aero there. Keep that. The suspension's a little off, but right, anyway. We're going to set a lap just first thing. Man, they've improved the sound so much this year. Cody's have outdone yourselves with the noise, in all honesty. You really have. There's Romain Grosjean behind me. Just let him by. Keep the car nice and cool on this lap. Don't take too much out of it. And try not to push too hard on the quali lap. Just, I don't really, considering I ballsed up that practice program twice. Just got to make sure I've got to turn the engine back up. That's the big thing. Favourite set of corners, right here. Sorry, Bollard. I was going to take you out later anyway, so... Speaking of which, turn the engine up. Right, here we go. First hot lap, quote unquote. Whoops. Definitely left some time on the table. Oh, nearly. No more overtake mode. ERS is out. That wasn't bad. Am I holding anyone up?
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
That... Oh wow, the AI is just all going to sit here and we're going to play a game of After You, are we? Wonderful. Giovinazzi's faster than me. Only the Haas is slower than me. Charles Leclerc is up behind us here. Right, let's try and get back to the pits. I know I can do a faster lap than that. I 100% left some time on the table. Near enough everywhere, I think. Hold on, Charlie boy. You go through, my friend. I wonder if a Lacey's done a lap time yet. I can definitely brake later into the pits. I'm going to need to try and abuse that during the race. I do love the fact that I've been live for like an hour. Like, this is technically stream number 2, right? But it's nearly an hour and 20 minutes, and we're at the qualifying session of Australia. Q1 at that, you know. Oh. I want to check my sector times. I know I definitely ballsed up sector 2. 1, I was quite cautious on the brakes, missed a few apexes.
Our best lap so far is a 1:22.9.
Right, has a Lacey set a lap time? Answer is no. Charles Leclerc went slower, but Charles Leclerc went slower on the grounds of he got held up by me and all those other cars faffing about. So we're right behind, like, we're within 2/10 of Giovinazzi. And that's kind of everywhere, really. Lacey is on a lap. Oh, I can ride on board with him from here. Come on, Lacey.
96.4 miles per hour.
Channel your dad's powers. I'm hoping he channels his dad's powers in the race, because, like, Jean Lacey was very fast in the wet. And watching my car get driven by an F2 driver is just... He's charging towards the line. What's it going to be for Giano Alesi? 13th, which is slower than me by 0.7 of a second. Okay. I think we might be okay with that time.
Press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tires and damage screen.
Okay, now it's getting towards crunch time. I kind of want to do another lap. Let's give it until now. Right, let's bolt on a fresh set of tires, and let's go out again. Let's try and do another quick lap.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware we have a car leaving.
I think we can do this, you know. Be a bit more prepared on the old warming up of the car or turning it up to go into the quali lap. 123.5 was practice programs had your 123.5 was what the practice program had your quali target at. Oh really? So okay, so and where he was 6/10 slower than me, so he's kind of banged on the practice program target. I suppose the benefit is the fact that we've got max fuel settings in this rather than like just rich, but that makes sense. So I'm currently outperforming my car. I don't know how much the max fuel setting is worth versus rich.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I get the feeling our engines are going to take an absolute pounding. Oh, those downshift sounds are so good, man. I love them. Right, here we go. Try to attack turn 9 with a bit more force. We've definitely abused the curbs a little bit there, but not quite got the boot out the final corner, but it's a 1/10.5 improvement, and that is P12. Quite happy with that lap, in all honesty. Definitely as well, like, still some time left on the table. But that was all in Sector 1, I think. Hamilton's down in 8th.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 22.8.
So we're really solid in the first sector. It's it's kind of the end where, especially where we're losing time compared to like your top guys who are like 32.5s, 32.4 for Bottas and Hamilton, whereas we're 33.1. Still doing full quali. Yeah, I'm doing full quali. So we dropped to 14th by the end of the session. Charles Leclerc ended up going fastest somehow in the absolute donkey of a Ferrari. Alesi is out. But we're through to the second part of quali. And the race is going to start in the wet. So, I mean, this is all just going to be about throwing the car at the session and trying to do the best laps available. Right, so here we go again. I just want to make sure my setup's carried over, which we're under Parc Fermé, so I'm assuming so. Fuel load, 2.7 laps of fuel.
Standing by.
I will not get bored of that engine sound booting into life. I really, really won't. That was incredible. Sorry, Valtteri. I'm just going to come out the pits in front of you, okay? Yeah, we're good. Lovely. However, Valtteri, you can go past. I'm not. Cheers, dude. See you later. I'm hoping that Cody's do the patch to update the liveries. They tend to. Because I want to see that black Mercedes. You know, like we've discussed before, Liam, you know, regardless of what it represents, it's a stunning looking car. You know, take the reasoning of why they did it away, it's still a gorgeous F1 car. Oops, there's a wall there. So satisfying to get right. I could definitely be doing better into that right-hander. Easily. Right, anyway, let's turn everything up. Sorry to this Ferrari, it's Sebastian Vettel that is right behind me. Oh, I've pushed too hard. Yep. Pushed the braking zone a bit too much there. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. I'm just going to do flying lap. I'm not going to do the full out lap next time. Still the best set of tyres to go out on, actually. Did I use... That was my last set of fresh soft tyres. Well, to hell with it. We're going to start on wets anyway, so... Or inters, whatever you want to call them. Trust me to push the braking zone. Turn 9 is one of the hardest corners on the Formula 1 calendar. And I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. ballsed up the chicane. Cost me a bit of time, hopefully not too much. Come on. Come on. It's 4/10 slower than my Q1 lap. I don't really think I'm gonna like be able to improve that much. How far am I off them? 32.3 for the final sector. I am 2/10 behind Raikkonen. Lando's yet to go. Lando's finished though. I think I'm gonna call it there. In all honesty, I might also swap to short quali. Lando did go actually, so I might swap to short quali. I don't think I actually want to sit and do 3 qualifying sessions just on the grounds that, you know, my 22.8 would have got me 14th on the grid, as opposed to that lap I just did in Q2. Can you try out onboard mix instead of game mix? It's toggle in the audio settings. Apparently it changes the sound of power unit. Still can't decide whether to buy the game. I'll have a look at Megalol. Oh, it's going to be wet. I've been fearing this since I saw that calendar. I don't think we're going to do too well here, in all honesty. I really, really don't. I'll give that a go on the. I'll give that a go on the. Oh, what's the words I'm looking for? The formation lap. Session options. Yeah, no, that's literally. Oh wait, gameplay settings. No, it's just gameplay settings. That's fine. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't change the quali. Yeah, I'm gonna change the quali for next one. Right, let's just get into the race. Let's let's rip the band-aid off and just go in to the Australian Grand Prix.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We're a stone's throw from the enormous Port Phillip Bay for today's race at the 3.3-mile Albert Park circuit. It's a bumpy racing surface here, and the 16 corners could prove especially difficult in the wet conditions. Watch out for a safety car at some point during the Grand Prix. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One, and yet here they are. First ever race, looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Ocon, Ricciardo, Norris, Perez, and Lance Stroll, Bottas, Giovinazzi, Pierre Gasly, and Raikkonen. Verstappen, they've taken a grid penalty. The captain, Daniel Kvyat, and Kevin Magnussen. Grosjean, Alesi, Latifi, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
2 grid penalties for Bottas and Verstappen. Wow. Okay. So, race strategy instruction, go away. So pretty much, there's a really awkward crossover point right there, right? Which is, I'm just going to take some fuel out of the car. There's a really awkward crossover point, and when the rain is going to stop and you're going to swap to dry tyres, right? And by the looks of things, that's going to happen just as the Inters are running out of life. And that's kind of really what you don't want. This could be a hell of a race. Could be a hell of a Grand Prix. It's going to be wet. Car's predominantly been built around its power unit. And I really don't know how to feel about this. I really, really don't. Ah, well, right. Right, what is this alleged setting you're looking for me? Onboard mix instead of game mix. It's a toggle in the audio settings. Preferences. Audio settings. Radio broadcast mix. Upshift tone, a beep, cartridge. Oh, right, no, I don't want that. Dynamic range, limited range, nighttime mode. I don't really know what you're looking for here, Omegalol. What do I think about the game so far? I think my team's great. I think my team is phenomenal. Good luck with the wet weather race. Yeah, cheers, man. It's wet to dry, so I've got that advantage working for me, but... Oh, no. I don't like this already. Oh, the rear wheels are spinning up already. Good. Keep your concentration out there. Yeah, I'd like to not really have to worry about the rain too much. Verstappen, what are you doing? Come on, Max. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Didn't think I'd be sharing a grid row with Max Verstappen in my first Grand Prix. Why is... Right, okay, the overtake is... That's weird. Oops, just hit the wall. That's just what you want on the formation lap. On my tyres up to temperature. Our survey says not the fronts. The rears are looking okay though. Let's try and put some energy through the car. Alright, here we go. First race of my team in 2020. I'm not confident. Well, I would have been had it been dry, but it's not. It's a wet race. We're going into turn 1. I don't feel confident. Alesi down in 20th. We are in 16th place. we go. Lights are out and away we go. And it's a dreadful start. We are being eaten alive by Kvyat and Grosjean. I'm going to stick my nose in where it probably doesn't belong. Kvyat on our left, down towards turn 3. Can we try and get Kimi Räikkönen into turn 3? We're going to put the car there. Just hope he pays attention to it, which he has. Up into 15th. Please tell me I can turn the diff down. I can. That's great. Pretty much nose to tail in these wet conditions. On this opening lap, I wonder if Alesi has made any positions. There appears to be some slowness to start with. Wonderful. Yeah, we haven't crashed. I'll take that as a huge success. But we've still got a lot of laps left to go. The benefit that we've got is we're going to see Verstappen making his way through the field, or I would assume he will be. And we can kind of take some of the opportunities there. God, the car's got some understeer to it. It really does. Hamilton leads them round. I'd love to be able to read that message. I'm sure I probably will, either at a pit stop or something. I want to read it ideally before then, but not really many big straights in Australia, and the last thing I want to do is crash. Because like they say, to finish first, you have to finish. Not that I'm saying I'm going to finish first. I think the AI are just getting settled in to a rhythm. I'm trying to just keep my nose clean, keep the car pointing in the right direction. If I can do that in this first race, I will consider everything a huge success as Max Verstappen tries to make a move on Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. Hamilton still leads. 37.7 is the pace of the leaders. What's the pace of us down here in 17th? Oh, sorry, 15th. My apologies. We're going to find out it's a 1:41 flat. Quite a bit slower. I will say, you could be led to believe that Gasly is holding Verstappen up here. If I wanted to start pushing just a little bit harder, I think I could close up. Verstappen going for another move. He just can't find a way through on Gasly though. No fastest lap that time around from Lewis Hamilton.
We're at +1 lap with extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
That's the point. What is my fuel looking like? Am I burning much of it? I'm burning a bit of it in these conditions.
About 3/10 of
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try saving a bit of fuel in these conditions. I'm actually going to put the car into lean and try and save some fuel in these conditions, which hopefully should mean obviously less power, which means less chance of spinning out. But just try and save a little bit of fuel, so when it does come back to the dry conditions, we can maybe push a bit harder, you know? That's the plan. Really, though, I don't want to lose touch with Verstappen and Gasly. I want to try and stay as close to them as possible. Cheeky corner cut, nothing wrong with that. If the stewards didn't penalise me, it's all good.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
I'm well aware of the overtake button, Jeff. Power! Oh, we carried loads of momentum through turn one. Way too much, in fact.
It looks like we'll be running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
How's fuel now looking? Oh, yeah, we're saving a good amount. Gasly is holding Verstappen up here. And hopefully, as the rain starts to ease off, we will get a bit faster.
Current forecast is 5 or 10 more minutes of rain before it dries up.
Good. I'm very nervous in the wet. That's why I'm not attacking too hard.
Looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still on the right time for the time being, but we're not a million miles away from slick conditions.
I'd say it's not as close as you reckon it is, Jeff, in all honesty. Oh, car got very twitchy there. Car got very, very twitchy. The rain is definitely easing up.
Move up to a faster engine mode, please. We're 2 laps over target on fuel.
No, we want to be 2 laps over target on fuel, Jeff. That's my plan, not yours. Plus, it's in the wet. We want to be saving fuel in the wet. Oh, the understeer. Oh, that's cost me. That's put me right in Raikkonen's clutches. we're on for a personal best. Oh, you've posted about the, you're not sure about the sound option. Right, I'm with you. I'm with you. I was going to say, I was very concerned.
We expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Oh, I've pushed too hard into 3. I'm trying too much to close the gap. Right, let's just turn this back up to standard. And let's not push too hard. Let's... The rain has definitely stopped coming down, though. That I can be 100% sure of. We can take that bollard out eventually. Who's going to be the first to roll the dice? I don't think anyone's going to do it yet.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Excellent, excellent strategy, Jeff. Excellent strategy. To keep our current strategy, yes, I love it. Best strategy, 10 out of 10. Would do again. Ooh, twitchy. Nothing really going on yet in this race. Just try to keep the car pointing in the right direction. We're on to lap 8. Hasn't rained for as long as I thought it was going to. The back end's starting to get very lively though. Yeah, we're definitely burning fuel again. There was a yellow flag,
Green flag.
and then there wasn't a yellow flag. Did something maybe happen behind? Kevin Magnussen is out of the session. Well, he was behind me because Haas are dreadful.
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
I'm going as fast as I feel comfortable doing. Especially now the track's drying out. I'd love to try and get closer to Verstappen and Gasly, but they're ever so slightly just too fast. And then you balls up turn 9 every single lap and it just costs you.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Raikkonen's got to run. Raikkonen's got to run. Had to take to the inside of the corner there. Couldn't take my racing line. That's a terrible strategy, Jeff. Come on. Right, DRS is enabled.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Set the mediums.
Medium tyres at the next stop.
Seeing as he just wanted to give me intermediates. There we go. Whew, sorry, Lacey, you're going to have to suffer. Oh, multiple cars stacking up. Multiple cars stacking up. We're at the end of the pit lane, so... Oh! They've all gone soft. Oh, of course, they're going to go double soft for a two-stop. And it is soft after, like... And you should always go soft after the rain has stopped. What have I done? I'm ahead of Verstappen, though. I've made a foolish mistake of tyre compound here. Because it's now a two-stop to the end, regardless of what tyres. If I wanted to go to the end, I should have gone hard tyres.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
Perez got past Verstappen, I think, where I pushed him wide. I'm already pushing too hard. The track isn't fully dry yet. Oh, there's George Russell who had to go around again. Poor George.
The car in front is 2.9 seconds.
Yeah, this is where we're going to get swallowed up, I think. The pace of our car is really going to be revealed here, in that I'm on the wrong tyre, and the AI is always super strong on the crossover period.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
I think there's some contact being made. I think Perez was trying to take a look where he really, like, didn't deserve to be. Bottas with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. I didn't quite catch the time of it. It's clearly faster than a 33.4 though, as Verstappen and Perez battle through turn 1. It would appear... Oh, George Russell's at the session. Oh!
No overtaking. Reduce your pace. Keep your delta number
Safety
positive
car. Now that is very interesting. Safety car for George Russell's retirement. That gives us an opportunity because we're on the medium tyre here. So we can save a little bit of fuel. Norris is on the hard tyre, so Norris is going to the end of the race.
and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
This could be huge for Lando. Could I eke the mediums to the end of the Grand Prix? Probably not. I think is the answer. So we've had rain, we've had a safety car, we've had a couple of retirements. And all in all, we're up into 13th place in our debut. I think this looks pretty solid. Now we've got to catch the safety car queue, which Christ knows how far away that is. All I know is I've turned everything down so I can save more fuel. It's not been the most exciting first Grand Prix, but we're up from where we started. When there's yellow flags and you're still doing personal bests, you're going to get a 5-second penalty like Lewis Hamilton. There we go. Back at the safety car queue. We're steaming up behind it. I'd love to know who is on what tyre. I could definitely find out quite easily as well, all things considered. Don't hit the back of the Alpha Tauri. Right, okay, we're fine. Oh, I did hit it. That's frustrating. Clearly didn't slam on the brakes enough, even though I said, you know, we're steaming up behind it. Oh, that's really annoying. So, I mean, I did joke about getting a 5-second penalty, just like Lewis Hamilton, and what has happened there? We got the 5-second penalty, just like Lewis Hamilton. Was that another one? I didn't hit him again, did I? I thought I missed him that time. Have I actually got 2 penalties? I have 2 penalties. Oh, but Gasly's got 2 penalties as well. I mean, that kind of makes it a little bit better. But still. Mr. Lie Rated, how's it going, my man? Yeah, Chewy Bane. Gasly can't be trusted under this safety car. He's hit me twice. He's caused me to get 2 penalties. Now, granted, I am 49% of those collisions, so, you know, I get some of the blame. Can this safety car come in now? Wonderful.
The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags.
Yeah, I got it. Right, so we've just got to prepare the car, turn everything up, which, thankfully, in this year's game is only the fuel that we need to turn back up. Half race distance. There's been rain. There's been a safety car. Looks like Norris is going to the end on hard tyres. Everyone else has gone soft, apart from me. I went medium because I was panicking on the grounds that he wanted to put me on the inters again. Right, let's just absolutely have at it on this restart. My tyres are not hot enough. They are not ready to go. Look at the incredible lack of grip I've got. How's the game? Have I built my own team? That's exactly what I've done, my friend. Oh no, Verstappen has absolutely mugged me on the restart. Reading chat and Verstappen takes full advantage. And now Perez is coming at me as well. I'm not going to let the Force India or the Racing Point or whatever they're called these days have at me. Yes, I have made my own team. That is what I'm driving for. I am driving as part of Incompetent Racing Grand Prix. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't exactly racing Verstappen anyway, so the fact that he has absolutely minced me off the restart is no surprise, but Okay, I'm still pushing too hard into that corner. But the game's great. Audibly, it sounds phenomenal. Should concentrate more. Yeah, I really should, man. I really should. So, we're going to focus on the driving. I can't believe Verstappen absolutely just mugged me off the line. That was classic. Oh, look at him go at it again. Verstappen and Gasly. Wheel to wheel, the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull. But Verstappen has made it work against Pierre Gasly up into 12th place. Ooh, got a bit dicey on the curb there. No, we've got plenty of fuel.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
I don't want to use all the energy. I just want to use some of it, man. Chill your bean. Come here, Pierre. Got a French engine in the back of this car. There's a McLaren in the pits. That must be Carlos Sainz. (27.1) DRS enabled.
DRS is now enabled.
Right, we need to get within a second of Gasly. I know we can. And I know you said stop reading chat, which goes against everything a streamer should do, right? How's everything looking and sounding, by the way, Larated? I did a little bit of tweaking. I'm on Streamlabs OBS as well now. Had some issues with encoding to start with, so had to disappear for a few seconds. Verstappen is making a move on Norris up there. Oh, we've got DRS now. Oh, Pierre, you are going to be ours. Yeah, I am.
Come on, we need to get past.
Yes, I'm aware we need to get past. I want to get past, trust me. Oh, I've carried way too much speed in there. Didn't realise with the DRS and everything that I was coming at that rate of knots. Right, we need to turn the car down a bit. Here comes Raikkonen. Oh! I know that was an illegal move, I'm well aware. God, one mistake has led into another. Here comes Romain Grosjean. Oh, it's 3 wide. Oh, it's 3 wide. That was dirty. That was one of the worst laps I've possibly ever driven. I was within a second of Gasly, and it just all went to pot immediately.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Right, I want to beat one of the Alphas. Seeing as we've got one right in front of us. And seeing as that's who I said I wanted to beat. This is our best opportunity, I think. So let's pass the Iceman. Force our way throughout the inside. Beautiful. Sorry, game. That was me exploiting some track limits there, I think. Raikkonen's looking slow. That's Giovinazzi in the pits. That's Perez in the pits. Are they going for another set of soft tyres? Oh, that's a lot of cars in the pits, actually. Teammate is in the pits.
Giuliano is in the pits. Giuliano in the pits.
Giuliano Alesi, my teammate. I'm running out of ERS, actually. So I maybe need to keep an eye on that for the next few laps. Gasly's 5 seconds up the road. So these tyres could go a bit further. Now, could they go to the end of the race further? I don't think so. Cars are in the pits, and I've got 10 seconds worth of time penalties. Thanks to apparently having crashes under the safety car. We're up into P5.
So push now.
Ricardo is fourth. Third. Norris in fourth on the hard tyre. I've got Vettel and Sainz and what looks to be Albon closing in on me. I think those guys on the hard tyre have definitely made the right choice. Did Hamilton also fit the hard tyre? So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try and go to the end if I can. Got Sebastian Vettel up behind me. Right, Mr. Ferrari man, please proceed to overtake me. Wonderful, thank you. I'll utilise a bit of your slipstream. Of course, I will get a boatload of understeer into turn 1. And that will leave Carlos Sainz to attack me into turn 3. I'm going to let Sainz through because he's Carlos Sainz, you know. Now then, Mr. Alexander Albon. Would you like to make another attempt at passing an English driver? Because it has worked out so well for you last time. I've turned in on him. It's exactly what I've done there. I've turned in on him. And as much as I'd love to sit here and say turn 9 isn't an overtaking opportunity, you know. I think the tyres might make it to the end, you know. I've got this good feeling about these tyres that they might make it. Here comes Alex Albon again. And here comes Valtteri Bottas. Yep. This is clearly a sign of the speed of our car. The thing is now, if I didn't have 10 seconds worth of penalties, I get the feeling that, don't get me wrong, do I think Ocon can catch me? Yes. Do I think he could easily pass me? No. So annoyingly, I think this is going to be a case of I'm about to finish either 9th or 10th on the road in a few laps' time, but I'm not going to get points because of that incident. Which is a little upsetting, but what can you do? Was that science in the pit? That was science in the pits again. Very bizarre.
Of fuel remaining. The gap to the car ahead is 3.8 seconds.
Yeah, everyone around me, the cars ahead and the car behind, way faster than me. Way faster than me. But I'm currently 8th on the road. That's making those 2 5-second penalties just the most infuriatingly frustrating.
Teammate by 20.6 seconds.
And I've slightly abused turn 1, so, you know, got another time penalty. And it's now 13 seconds worth of penalties. Note to self, stop abusing the track limits and stop crashing under the safety car. On the road, I'll be able to say I beat some cars. On the road, I'll be able to say I beat a lot of cars, actually. Beat my teammate on the road. On the road, I still want to finish in the points. Like, Ocon is not going to get past me with that fight. Albeit that's getting a bit dicey. What did I say about you're not getting past me easily, Ocon? I will hang you out to dry. I want to try and finish 8th on the road if I can. Of course, you're about to have DRS, so that's not going to help. And I need to start saving fuel as well. Oh, Esteban!
Alright, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race.
I should have been more wary, I suppose, of his speed on corner entry.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I've got so much understeer now. There's no real point in pitting. We've got 3 laps to go. We're also not going to finish like in the points on the road now, unless we really get defensive.
2.3 seconds.
Which hell I'm going to try to do. I need to start saving fuel though, like I said. And that is Giovinazzi up our inside. That is one of the alphas. I will fight for this last... I will fight for this. Who's up behind me? Max Verstappen.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
See, he knows. It's worth staying back. Oh, no, we've got no grip. Max was smart. Max was smart. He just waited for me to fall off the road. Look at him. He knew. So not my cleanest race. I think we can say that with the greatest of ease. I've lost front downforce. If we'd played our cards right, we could have definitely got a points finish here. But I don't really think I've got too much to be ashamed of here, you know. I'd say we've pretty much done solidly okay. Let's just turn it down to lean for the final sector. Not really much point in pushing much more. Oh dear. You're lurking. There's nothing wrong with lurking, my friend. I think it's taken a little while. I'm not paying attention. You can see at this point where I've almost thrown it away and I'm not paying attention anymore. As Perez gets past us. We could potentially have got points. The race started in the wet, transitioned to dry. Good race in all honesty, assuming you finish. Well, it would be nice too. But I think with the mistakes that crept in near the end of the Grand Prix, that definitely didn't help. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to get points because of those 2 10-second time penalties. If I didn't get those, we could have definitely got... I mean, we slotted in around about, what, 8th? 7th or 8th? So if we didn't get those, I mean, don't get me wrong, the guys were on much fresher rubber, and as we saw, even when I wanted to defend, there was absolutely no chance of it. The car felt very skittish in wet weather, so that's a huge area of improvement for the car. We need to really work on aero and the chassis. How far are we ahead of our teammate? I keep pressing the overtake button. Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 7.1 seconds.
Yeah, even he's going to finish ahead of me because of my
The time last lap was
penalties.
27.0.
Let's just turn it down for this last lap. Potential points finish was on the cards, but, and I've said that about 8 times now because I'm really annoyed. Crashed with Ocon in turn 1. Couple of misdemeanors in regards to track limits meant penalties, time penalties. Lewis Hamilton wins the opening race of the season. I think Ricciardo and Ocon have finished very high, or Ricciardo and Norris, sorry, because they went for the hard tyre. But I think, all in all, a solid first race. Yes, it could have been better. Yes, behind the safety car, I shouldn't have hit Gasly twice, but at least Gasly gets those penalties as well. We're understanding the car a little bit. Let's try and finish on the road ahead of Kvyat, shall we? Wonderful. 20th place. Wait, weren't there 2 retirements? Doesn't that mean I'm last? Oh, that will mean I'm last because of my extra 3-second penalty. Oh, that's frustrating.
On the streets of Melbourne today, and they've taken a fantastic win. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach way up the field.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
That's Hamilton and the 2 Ferraris on the podium. So where did Ricciardo and Norris end up then? I'm sure we're going to find out momentarily.
Let's have a quick look at how the driver standings have changed. After an incredible performance, Lewis Hamilton secures the top spot in the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Valtteri Bottas.
Why is he asking that question again? Think you tried to attack too hard because of trying to make the one-stop work? Yep.
Let's move on to the Constructors. Mercedes move to the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
No, I'm inclined to agree. I probably did attack too hard just trying to get the one-stop to work. I really thought... I sort of panicked and assumed I'd ballsed it up when everyone came out on either softs or hards. I was the only car on the mediums. I was thinking this is... Because the game was giving me, like you saw it, it was giving me just the option to go to inters. So I was like, right, I need something that's not an intermediate, and I happened to pick the medium. 20th, last of the finishers. Gasly got 1 5-second penalty. I got 3 penalties, resulting in 13 seconds. Sure, okay. I don't think that's what the race director said. Teammate finishes 16th. Gilano Alesi. Some good takeaways from this race. Yes, we finished last. But we know where the car's good.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Have you dyed your hair, Claire?
How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today?
I mean, it certainly didn't dampen my spirits.
Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
I made a few mistakes. It's simple as that, right?
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
No. None of us wants to be the person to back down. These things happen.
You scraped the walls a few
Oh, no comment.
Appreciate your time.
Wonderful. Cheers, Claire. Go away. Okay, so our acclaim. Don't know what this means as of yet because we haven't actually gone up in any... Ah, no, we have level 2 acclaim. Wonderful. Don't know what that means yet. Cash. We... Damage deductions, whoops. My B team, sorry. So we made some money out of the Australian Grand Prix. We're at $2 million. And now we get to go back to the headquarters. So it's only taken about 2.5 hours to get through that Grand Prix. So let's have a little look at our activities. So there's a Grand Prix weekend on the 19th. So we have 2 days. So reaction timing, driver promotion filming, aero team building exercise, which costs money, but it gets the aerodynamic department, marketing strategy conference. Let's do that. I think that's a wonderful idea. Not going to do anything with that as of yet. The car is being worked on. From a corporate perspective, we can get a secondary sponsor. So let's inject some more cash into this, shall we? There's a lot of... Oh, my lord. There's a lot of reading here. Score 3 Constructors Championship points during a race weekend. No. As a team, complete a total of 75 laps during a race weekend. That's very achievable. I think we could do that. Overtake 5 different drivers during a race. 50 laps during a race weekend. Not bad. Achieve... Nope, that ain't going to happen. Complete 10 laps in practice. Score 10 points. Or score 10... Yeah, no. Overtake 10 drivers. Complete a race with no DNS within the team. Ah, yes, for... you can buy perks for your driver. Ooh! Ooh! That sounds spicy. As a team, complete a total of 30 laps in practice. Qualify P15 or better. Answer at least 4 interview questions during a race weekend. Sounds easy enough. But what if the game doesn't ask me for? I'm going to go with that one that was complete 75 laps during a race weekend. Done. Yes. Hey. And then once we get to 5, we can have another sponsor. Okay, okay. Driver perks.
Here, we can spend any extra money that you secured on perks. Each of these perks benefit both you and your current team. They stay with you, so they'll make you a more attractive prospect in future negotiations.
Interesting. So, can I then...
Here, we can spend any extra
Yes,
money that you
okay,
secured on
awesome.
perks.
Resource points
Each
income
of
will be
these
boosted by
perks benefit both
10%.
you and your current team.
Unlock
They stay
additional
with you,
interview
so they'll
answers.
make you a more attractive prospect in
Sure, we'll
future
take that.
negotiations.
Engine wear is... Absolutely. Driver acclaim. Right, let's just do that. How do I do that for Gilano? How do I do it for him? Can you do it for your teammate? For your driver. Oh, and he will earn perks through doing the activities. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Right, okay. Speaking of activities, well, we've got those there. We've got no messages. The facilities, the R&D is where it needs to be. We're developing. I think I want a bit more downforce. Yes. You can only do yours, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. We are developing the car. Alpha have overtaken, or Alfa Romeo have overtaken Alpha Tauri. Okay. Right. I think that leads us nicely into the Bahrain Grand Prix then, right?
To increase our acclaim, more potential partners become willing to work with us. We can now approach an additional sponsor from the corporate tab.
I think you'll find I already did that. But thank you for confirming that for me. But yeah, once we get to 5 affinity, we can then add another one in there. Okay. Bahrain Grand Prix is then, chat. Don't necessarily know how to feel about this one. Good. Dry. Dry race. Wonderful. That's what I want. Okay, so let's do some more of that lovely, lovely, lovely R&D. Get a few practice programs out of the way. See how the car's going to feel. Round 2 of 22. So setup's going to be a little bit different around here. We're going to try and... I'm still getting used to these new menus. So with the aero, I kind of want... I think we're going to lower that and do that. Kind of get a really good front end on the car. Change the on throttle.
To run during these practice sessions, you can check the details in the car monitor. We'll get good data for both the race and factory teams, so they're well worth running.
So what is it with soft springs? Soft springs absorb bumps more effectively, but harsh acceleration or braking can pivot the car aggressively. Yeah, no, I'm the king of harsh acceleration. Let's get out there and do a track acclimatization test, shall we? Age-old chestnut of when it comes to practice doing these things. The car looks nice under the Bahrain sun, I'm not going to lie. Where's our new sponsor, actually? I didn't look.
Right, try to nail as many corner gates as you can. The faster you get through each corner, the higher the score. You'll need to deploy your DRS in the DRS zone as well.
Oh, yes. Definitely braked a bit too early there.
Watch your MFD for the activation point.
Definitely continuing to struggle on traction. Getting the correct speed out of corners is going to prove to be the real challenge in this year's game, I think. Or getting the front end in. Look at that. Woo. Oh, car hadn't quite rotated. Okay, doesn't seem too bad.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a
Only 2.8 seconds slower than Bottas. Only 2.8 slower than Bottas's time. And I've never gone well at Bahrain. Like, Bahrain is one of those tracks that I have never gone well at. So I'm thinking we just try like just a few practice programs. Like, I don't want to do all of them. Like, I hate doing the RS one. I hate doing the race one. Like, just get a few points. Don't need to try and necessarily get all of them. Am I going to get this description every time I do a practice program? Because if so, I'm going to cry. Let's turn it up to rich as well. Because on the time management, you really need to try and utilise every area of the game you can to try and get those additional casually run off the road, that's fine. Come on, come on. Normally I really struggle in the practice programs at Bahrain, like it's just a track I don't do well at. So I'm hoping to actually do alright here. I have got to remember I need to do a certain amount of laps. It was faster. I think Jeff is forgetting who the boss of the team is. Yeah, Jeff, stop telling me what to do. I'll fire you. Let's do the fuel management one. We need to just do as many of these as, not as many as possible, because we've got, what, 75 laps as a team. The race is like 27, so that's going to account for a lot of it. I need to make sure I change practice as well to short. Not practice, I need to change quali to short, because I really don't want to have to do full quali again. I regret that decision. Yeah, I got you, Jeff. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Because I don't think, yeah, you can't play around with the ERS or the fuel. What really helps is outbraking yourself. That's a really effective technique for fuel saving. So if you guys, you know, needed to know that, I'm glad I was able to provide that information. Hate that corner. That downhill braking is so hard. And this one as well. There's a lot of just difficult corners on Bahrain, and I hate it. There we go. Get the nose in. Right, we need to try and save a bit of fuel into this final corner. Wonderful, and then we can actually save a little bit up towards the line. There we go. I will take green all day, every day. Like, no, none of this purple on the fuel saving.
So far, our fastest lap is
and let's do the qualifying pace. I kind of want to get an idea, because Liam said that was a really good one when it said sort of the target. Because it was like, what, 33.5 in Australia, and that's what our teammate hit. And I went 0.6 quicker than that in Q1. So I think this will be a really interesting test to sort of see what the game predicts us to be. You love Bahrain? I have something with downhill braking. It really, to me, throws me. I really struggle with it. 29.3. Alright, let's just go for it. what we've done there is we've outbraked ourselves. So we're going to look at the car from this external view. Look at the majestic vehicle charging down towards turn 1. And we're going to walk back on board to it. I'll be honest, I do intend on using, like, flashbacks in practice. I don't want to use them in the race. Like, if I retire, then we retire. It's as simple as that. Quali pace program in Bahrain is proving once again to be my Achilles heel, because I'm so slow into that left hander, like that triple left. Just struggling everywhere else. Yeah, it's not working. Really want to try and make that corner as wide as possible, and what I've done is put myself off the road. And now I'm out of ERS. Still.
We didn't really get the data we needed on that run. You might want to give it another go.
No, I really don't. I really don't want to do that, Jeff. Tell me the data we need. I'm the team owner. I do what I want. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Let's skip to practice 2.
And with all the cars now over the
And we got 4th. I mean, we were on the soft tyre and everyone else was on harder tyres. But 4th.
However, we'll be back short.
Right, I need session options. Short quali. There we go. Confirm the changes. Right, that's what I wanted. Okay. Now, from this sort of perspective, let's now just skip to quali because I don't really want to do any more practice. I kind of avoid practice at the tracks I'm bad at. Have you just clocked on Incompetent Racing GP? Have you just clocked it? That's why the R is upside down. The R is upside down as a sign of our incompetence. I saw when you named it. It just looks so stupid in that P1 result screen. What are you saying? That Incompetent Racing GP doesn't sound like someone who could finish 4th for Ferrari Mercedes Incompetent Racing Grand Prix? Listen, Lewis is going to want to sign for us one day. I'm telling you now. And as much as I'd want to kind of make this serious, it's, you know. Anyway. Quali. Not feeling so confident about this one. But it is only short quali. Meaning that when I produce my best lap, yes, look at the boy. I'm glad they were smart enough to not add intros to every session. Like, you know, it's like, oh, we're here in the circuit park, Catalonia for the... And it'd be like practice. So I don't care. Right, car setup is here. Take the fuel out the car. Everything is relatively in order. Lovely, 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 lovely. Right. Away we go.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during
Yeah, no, there was no rain.
tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system.
The
You can
benefit
either speak to
of
select
Bahrain
it manually from the radio screen.
is I think the race in it of itself is only like 2 laps shorter than Australia, but the tyres are like the tyres wear much faster around here, so it's pretty much always guaranteed from the top guys a 2-stop. So what I'm hoping to do is produce a 1-stop, go for the 1-stop again, but this time not hit anyone or get any penalties, and try and see if I might be able to perform some wizardry to get some points. I think that's primarily what I want to see if I can do. I don't think we'd ever see like a wet Bahrain Grand Prix. P18 is above target, I reckon. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking, because we're currently like we're not the slowest team, and we're not like the team just above them. We're slow. So I reckon, you know, anything we get above the last 2 spots, like P18, P17, P18, would be kind of where we want to be, I think. Alright, hot lap, max mode. Here we go. I can describe this lap so far as neat and tidy. Which we don't want neat and tidy, we want fast primarily. Quicker than a Lacey.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
I think that's a Ferrari about to be on a fast lap, so I'm just going to leap out the way of Sebastian. Russell plops himself between us. Right, let's just save the tyres. Actually, there's no point in saving the tyres because we're not going to be in the top 10. Let's have a look at our sector time, shall we? So, beat your practice target too. I think it was a 29.3. I didn't even pay attention to the practice target. I want to see what a Lacey did. A Lacey does a 29.0. He primarily he lost 2/10 versus me in the first sector and 2.5 in the middle. Final was pretty similar. Interesting. Let's accelerate time a little bit. Just sort of see where we're going to end up. So we're 16th. We're 17th. I think we can improve. I don't think we're going to quite get on the back of the Alpha Tauris, but we're mixing it up with the Haas and the Williams. So we kind of want to be the fastest of those guys, I think. So let's strap on another set of softs.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
I think there's some time to be found. I just don't really know where. Probably a little bit more aggressive on some corners and maybe a slightly different line. I love the fact that Streamlabs OBS integrates chat into OBS. It's wonderful. Has Verstappen just come out of the pits? He's currently P1. Either way, I'm just going to let him go. I feel like that's the wisest choice for us to make. So we've only got a Lacey signed on for half a season as well. That's something we need to consider, like, with how well he does. Because we could always bring in another driver. Because we have spent a bit of cash as well in relation to our driver perks. So it might be worth, I think, saving a bit of money. Not really spending too much in this first season and just giving ourselves like a good building block for season 2. I think is what we might do. You know, ideally we want to get the goal, which is, I've forgotten my primary sponsor goal. But we want to get that. Here we go. We have time to make up. It's now or never.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
So far we're a 10th down. I love the way that everything I made up in turn 1 was undone at turn 4. Just a lot wider. The node's really not wanting to go in on this lap. Carrying a bit too much speed into my corner apexes. We got out the final corner better, which meant an overall improvement of 0.14 of a second. To be honest, I think there's only about an extra tenth or two in it, which is not going to get us any further up the grid. Will it probably mean the position versus the Haas cars? Absolutely. It's all, I don't know, all little frustrating niggly things, you know. I mean, let's look at the Haas cars compared to us. I mean, we're a tenth ahead of Grosjean, 2 tenths ahead of Magnussen. First sector, so the middle is where we're making time. It's all in that first sector. Anyway, let's ride on board with Roman Grosjean. He's currently on a lap. It's 28.4 in the first sector. The Haas don't look too bad this year, you know. I like the white in the livery. What's his middle sector looking like? 38.1. I don't think he's on to beat me here. Let's stay on board and find out, though. I was about to mock and say, God, this lap looks really slow, and then realise he's my closest rival. He has beaten me. Does Magnussen beat me? He does not beat me. How much did Grosjean beat me by?
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Verstappen, Bottas, and Alexander Albon. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Red Bull looking quick. I'm just going to say Red Bull looking real quick, like 18th. So we split. Wow, Magnussen dropped. Latifi bangs in a lap to get him 19th. We were only a 10th faster than Alesi in the end, but Grosjean beat me by like a 10th and a 3rd, effectively. But we are so far behind, like Alpha and all that. So that's realistically where we need to be making the improvements. Yeah, the Red Bull do look very good. I think there's already been a day 1 patch to this game, which is like nerfed Ferrari. Now the race. Like I said, I'm going to go for a 1-stop. I mean, P18, right, was kind of what we were looking at, you know? We were looking at P18 is above the target, and, you know, P18, P19 is kind of what I'm aiming for.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Who the bloody hell do you think you are? I'll fire you. We've got a lot of upgrades coming to the car. A lot of upgrades coming to the car. I think we need to potentially look at ERS. I think this one might be a big one to get in the future for the ERS. I get the feeling that's going to be huge in this year's game. So this kind of going this way is going to be where I think I'm next going to go for the engine, which is going to cost us near enough 2.5k in resource points. But, excuse me, I think it's going to need to be one of those things that we're going to need to do. The midfield is looking very spicy, and I can't wait to get involved with it. But, you know, we've got an engine power upgrade on the way. We've got a weight reduction upgrade on the way. And we've got a rear downforce upgrade on the way. So I'm thinking the car is going to be feeling a lot better come... There's this Grand Prix, and I don't know how many weeks it is then until 3. Because the 3rd round was, of course, going to be Vietnam. Or was it China, then Vietnam? It's Vietnam, then China. And then the Dutch Grand Prix. And then we kind of go into all of our stuff that we're used to. Anyway, Bahrain Grand Prix, 29 laps. Same length, sorry, as the Australian Grand Prix. But the tyres do deteriorate faster.
Again then at a circuit famous for its stunning visuals and thrilling battles for glory. Who will take the spotlight in the Bahrain Grand Prix today? Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix.
Yes, managing their rubber.
Joining us today
I will be doing that.
All the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Sainz, Norris, Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon, Perez, Gasly, Lance Stroll and Raikkonen, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Romain Grosjean and the captain, Latifi, Magnussen, Alesi and George Russell ends our grid lineup. It's almost time for those 5 red
You can
lights
see the
to
car's
come
not
out.
necessarily as
Then
strong
let's
here
see
because
who
Alacy's
comes
very
on
close
today.
to the back. Right, here we go. So, race
Might be difficult
strategy.
getting out of the midfield today. Let's see what you can do.
So, I'm thinking we start on the hard tyre, which is going to be horrible. Let's remove that stint. Let's start on the hards and try and have the faster tyre at the end of the race rather than at the beginning. I think that's kind of my plan, in all honesty. I mean, the hard tyre is going to suck, but if we want a one-stop strategy, it's going to be the best method, realistically. Plus, you never know with safety cars and things like that. We had one, of course, in Australia. Will we have one again here? Who knows? I just know at the start of the race it's probably not going to be good, but you never know. We might be able to get some speed near the end of the Grand Prix. Not really much more to it than that. I think we're going to be the only car starting on the hard tyre. I think that speaks volumes to everyone else's strategy.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Don't worry, they'll be heating everything. Right, I just need to make sure don't hit anyone in this race. There's no real corners I can cut. And you never know what could happen. All I know is the front runners will be coming in probably quite early. I imagine around lap 6 or 7 for their soft tyres. And we will very much be getting in their way. Bets on the finishing position, chat.
No rain expected for the time being.
Where do we think we're going to finish today? I've got a goal. My goal is beat one of the alphas. I don't know where this 13th. That is a bold claim. How much of this have you played this morning, Lee? I'm going to beat one alpha, and the alpha I'm going to beat is going to be Antonio Giovinazzi. Oh, cheeky little burnout. Okay. Hard tyres. Bahrain Grand Prix. Lights are out. Away we go. And it's a dreadful start. Once again, I've been absolutely swamped down towards turn 1. Magnussen with the dive bomb of dreams. I have stuck my nose in where it shouldn't be. And we're back up behind our old mate Pierre Gasly. Alacy just behind me. We are ahead of Antonio Giovinazzi, like I said I wanted to be. Of course, that is come the end of the race, not by the end of the first lap. And Alacy is looking racy. So here's what I'm going to do for the benefit of the team. I'm going to let him by. Probably not as soon as possible, but I will be letting him by.
It's a good start. Keep it up.
So he can maybe... There we go, Alacy. You go through. Whoa, 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 Giovinazzi. Whoa, fella. Raikkonen is on the soft tyre. That's a very interesting strategy. You're up to Vietnam. How is the track? looks very much like a learning experience, that Hanoi track. Giovinazzi has, of course, got the Ferrari engine. We will defend into turn 1. Oh, easy squeezy. When you feel the car just float underneath you, it's very okay, not a bad start to the Grand Prix. Front really isn't turning how I'd like it. I'm probably going to stick some more front wing on at the pit stop. I'm a bit concerned for when DRS is made available, because Giovinazzi with that Ferrari engine in the back of that Alpha.
DRS is being enabled this
Oh,
lap.
he's gone to the inside this time around.
Second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I'm just going to come steaming back up the inside. You left the door open. You need to keep it closed, my friend, and you didn't do that. Oh, here comes Raikkonen as well. I'm really messing with the Alphas today. It's just costing me time, really.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more.
It's an interesting track. Interesting is the word you're going to go with, yeah? The final sector looks hella fun, I'm not going to lie. I can't quite get that sequence of corners right. And we've got Raikkonen now really looking to be racy. That's fine. You go up the inside, Kimi.
Come on, you can win that place back.
You fool.
Trailing our teammate by
Oh, he's got...
8
Kimi's got a lot of power. We're going to go around the outside. No, we're not. Good. Good.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Oh, what you got for me? What you got for me, Jeff, please? What kind of strategy is that?
Copy that.
That must be bugged. It has to be.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
So we're going to have to convert to a two-stop. Go on, George. Off you go. This pit lane is very odd as well. tried to hold it around the outside of Kimmy, and then obviously accelerating on that curb is never a good idea.
Go, go, go.
8.3 for a nose change, though, is very impressive.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
Well, it's going to be a very boring race. We've got really no one around us. And my whole thing about points probably isn't going to happen. So let's now just... Well, we've got more front wing angle on the car. Let's just enjoy the Bahrain track, right? Because that's all we're going to be doing here. Too fast. It'll become interesting on the first pit window. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's going to be something going on. Like, I'm not going to be... The benefit of what has just happened is I'm not going to be in any kind of dizzyingly high position. Like, when you find in Bahrain, when the leaders pit off of their soft tyres, you can find yourself up in about 5th, depending on how well you've done the first stint. Now, what I'm curious to see is what the AI do, because some of them are only going to have 1 pit stop. Some of them could still have 2 pit stops, and we could, within theory, end up around them. But I'm just going to burn all my fuel now and take something out of the tyres, because I hate this corner so much. I either feel I attack that corner too lightly, or I just give up time, you know. Signs in the pits, so it is around about that window.
Gap to teammate ahead is 35.4 seconds.
So Sainz has come out. He is going to lose behind... He's going to lose out behind Russell, because Sainz now has to try and, even though apparently he's 22 seconds ahead of me, but behind Russell on the track. Maybe all those times haven't filtered out yet. God, we've already burned off so much fuel. Let's go back down to standard. Part of me does love the fact that the F1 drivers played so much of F1 2019 and were like, this game needs to be more realistic, and that they've simplified ERS. Just to literally 3 modes and an overtake button. That's what it realistically needed to be. And gaining on the pack ahead of you quickly, yeah. And look, there's loads of cars in the pits now. More cars that were on the soft tyre. 3-0 again. Raikkonen's still apparently a fair way up the road because of the lost time initially from when I damaged my front wing, but I'm going to try and like save up a bit of the RS just in case I come into contact with anyone, because we're around 50% and I get the feeling we very much could do with having some of that available should we catch someone.
The gap to the car ahead is 10.6 seconds.
Lots of cars in the pits. Lots of cars in the pits. Bit of that overtake mode. We're going to be out of sync with everyone, but we're only 22 seconds behind Russell now. Started as 26. I want to know what Alpha were thinking with Kimi's strategy, I really do. A very interesting one. Speaking of Kimi, there he is on track. Corner is so hard, man. I hate it. Verstappen, meanwhile, a 30.3. Only to be trumped by Vettel's 29.7, the Ferrari. Less than 21 seconds to Russell now. This car is much quicker than the Williams, apparently. Much quicker than the Williams. Although, when you make mistakes like that and just slide wide, thankfully it was recoverable from. Didn't really cost me any time either, which is nice. Not quite as quick as the Alfa Romeo just yet. We're waiting for the upgrades to hit our car, because Kimi definitely is pulling away from me, but then again he is on younger tyres as well. Not by much.
Gap to car in front is 11.9 seconds.
Not ideal. Don't know why I look behind, I just like that camera angle, in all honesty. Right. I wonder where Lacey is in all this, actually. Now that I think about it. Giovinazzi's out the session, so I am going to achieve my goal this race of beating Giovinazzi. Technically.
Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
How the tyres looking? Not bad, actually. I'm wondering if I can run these long enough to... No, I'm not going to be able to run these long enough to put the softs on. 2 sets of mediums for me till the end of the race. 3.8. Not bad, considering I'm saving the ERS. I'm not really using the overtake button. Come the end of the race, this is going to be quite close between me and George Russell, you know.
Okay, gap ahead is 13.3 seconds.
So I'm perpetually going to be in a state of having younger tyres than him. Like, it's always going to be a thing. Because he's going to go to the hards, I'm going to go to another set of the mediums, and that's when I'll really start closing him down. Because we're catching Grosjean as well. Question of the day, is Romain Grosjean still the worst driver in Formula 1? Alright, let's use some of this ERS again. We're going to start getting to the point soon where the tyre life is definitely going to start affecting things, and I've been on that curb, so that's really not going to help. Personal best in the first sector, actually. And then we've gone deep into there, which is bloody sod's law, ain't it? But try and counteract that mistake with a bit of power.
Our gap to the car in front is 14.5 seconds.
We've pretty much used all our overtake this lap. 33.2. Grosjean and Russell coming out of the pits on the hard tyre, like I figured they would. Oh, I've paid way too much attention. Paid way too much attention to something else and then made a horrific mistake. I think I left my overtake mode switched on there as well, so we've burned a lot of ERS. So now we're going to use the rest of this stint to save up on ERS. And we're going to fit the medium tyres again at our next stop. I think they're a warm set though, based on what that was just telling me. Hopefully we can continue to build the gap. Because the hard tyre is disgusting. And the lacy is in. I think it was very wise me letting him go at the start of the race, you know. Front end, oh beautiful.
Car behind you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car behind, running hards.
Grosjean's lap times appear to be very similar to me.
In for his stop.
I think we need to get these tyres about 4 or 5 more laps.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. .1, they are closing down. The gap to the car ahead is 4.5 seconds.
Definitely feel the grip going in these tyres now. I'm not quite able to get on the power or carry the speed that I was before. And that's potentially going to lead to me trying to overdrive the car, which is what I need to avoid doing. At the end of the day, overdriving the car is what cost me in Australia.
Okay, the car behind has newer tyres than you. Maintain our gap if possible.
I'm trying.
We're trailing our teammate by 12.9 seconds.
The fact we're still lapping in the 133s is filling me with quite a lot of joy. Apart from when we're making the silly little mistakes. Grosjean is slowly closing in, very slowly. There's a temptation to pit within the next couple of laps, but if I do, I don't think my newer set of tyres, because I don't think their new mediums are going to be going on the car in the pit stop. So what I'm going to need really is just like an extra couple. Like if I come in,
Is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
if I can get to the end of lap 18, just a couple more laps. Right, pit window is open.
Boxing this lap.
We're not boxing this lap, we're boxing at the end of the next lap. There's Norris after his second stop.
Gap to car in front is 4.3 seconds.
If I can just eke the extra lap out of these tyres, it could mean the difference at the end of the race. Here we go. I'm going to be using my ERS quite heavily over these next couple of laps. still in the 33s, and that's filling me with a lot of joy.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Oh, I've gone way too fast, and okay, just try and keep it. There we go. Kept it relatively under control. Did cost me a bit of time, quite a lot of time actually. Grosjean closing up to me, but we're coming in this lap anyway. Let's just use everything we've got now. Tried to be as aggressive as possible with the line. Okay, final stint of the Grand Prix. We're going to be falling back down to last. How much time are we losing in pit lane?
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
These tyres aren't new. They are new. Also, I don't really have any fuel to push with. But they're new mediums. Can we close down the Williams? That is the question. There we go. Okay. Some of the times in the top left are looking really bizarre, in all honesty. I don't know if Russell is ahead of Latifi, is ahead of Raikkonen. We are going to be next out of ERS, but it's a 1 32.2. Which is easily my best lap of the Grand Prix. I just don't think there's enough laps left to try and catch the Williams boys. I mean, give it everything, don't get me wrong. I'm going to try. I'm just wondering how this race would have shook out had I not made that mistake and had that incident with Raikkonen.
Okay, gap ahead is 11.6.
What I will say is I've gained well over a second on this lap on Latifi. But it's going to get to a point very soon where I'm going to have to start considering fuel saving. Really push the braking zone. Come on, come on. We started the lap 11.0 behind Latifi. What's it going to be at the end of this lap? Well, that's already a second on him halfway around the lap.
To teammate ahead is 36.
Man, Alesi has crushed it this Grand Prix. Imagine being the owner of the team and you're beaten by your rookie teammate, like, in the first two races. Both of them easily my fault as well. Getting there on fuel. I'm gonna have to start turning it down in the, well, in somewhere. New personal best lap of the Grand Prix.
7 seconds is all that separates you and the car ahead.
I'm pushing Jeff. I'm giving her all she's got.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Let me turn this down. All I've got to do is turn the engine down where I know aerodynamically I'm stronger than the Williams. Because I made up half second in that one particular area of the track and I saved fuel. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but it's going to be close. It's a personal best middle sector of the race where I was in lean mix for some of it. Not quite a personal best. Gap down to 5.6. Come on. I can see him now. If that's not the most tantalizing thing. I'm not gonna get there. I'm just gonna run out. .5 seconds is the gap. Come on! 4.3 as I cross the line. If I had fuel left to give, I'd be bumping it up to Rich. The fact that I'm now in fuel saving mode. Whoops. Yeah, corner cutting. It's only my second violation of the race, I should be fine.
Okay, this is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.
I know they will. Chill you bean.
You're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Don't tell me that. I've really cost myself on traction there. 3 seconds with 3 laps to go. I'm not going to make it. Not going to make it.
2 laps of fuel left.
Come on!
Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds.
You guys realise if I make it, if I get within DRS or something, oh, it's going to be the most ridiculous dive bomb. I'm going to have DRS. I'm going to have DRS. Why have I not got DRS? I was within a second.
This is your final lap of the race.
I was within a second, man. Meant I didn't get 2 helpings of DRS. Max Verstappen wins. Dirty air. If I'd had DRS, I'd have had Latifi. Oh.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That's it for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Bahrain and a real champion's drive to take the win.
I'm exhausted after that.
Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I think it was clear.
So Max has won a race.
On the track was today.
So has Hamilton.
I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team. So, let's review the driver's standings. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Racing Point this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
I should have beat Latifi. I pushed so hard. Oh, man. That was... It's probably the most consistently I've ever driven, in all honesty. Very similar best lap time to a Lacey as well.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
It wasn't a good
You
day.
lost your teammate today. Was it just not your day?
Today, he managed to get more out the car.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
Let's say the wear on the car, because I'm not upgrading that development area.
Appreciate your time.
Cheers, Claire. Hey, we're acclaim level 3. Nice. I'm nearly acclaim level 2. And we got some cash. Nice. So the Vietnam Grand Prix once again is in the pipeline. It's for the 2nd, so we've got a couple of bits that we could do. So how many days do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 till the Grand Prix weekend. So we could get a couple bits in here. Chassis development focus, no. Funded team event away to get some department morale up. A sponsor event. Attend an F1 esports event day. I think that's a brilliant idea. Chassis team, second driver PR filming. Could get the department morale up. I think let's do that. Right, there we go. Sorry, that has put it in. Wonderful. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. R&D wise, we've got some bits coming to the car, I think. If we look at the R&D tree, we should have... So if this arrives... I don't know when that's due to... Ah, the cylinder head. Hold on. That's the cylinder head, right? It is. So if I come back out and go to the calendar, we get the cylinder head on the 30th. Beautiful. That right there is what I want. Facilities. Can we view the facility? How do we... Oh yes, my powertrain facility. Yes, engines. Yes, we need an engine. 5 million. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Anyway, so we're going to get some upgrades come to the car. We should be able to get a second sponsor soon. We're 9th in the Constructors with the highest team that hasn't scored a point as of yet. That's what we really need to work towards. I'm going to call this like the end of the stream. Don't worry, it's not the last time I'm going to be streaming this today. I will be streaming again later on. I just need to take a break and have something to eat because I've been live for over 4 hours. So I'm kind of going to let this process. I'm going to get something to eat. And then we will be back later on for the Vietnam and the Chinese Grand Prix. And depending on time, we might even be able to get Zenvo in as well. So thank you everyone who came out to my little corner of the internet this morning to enjoy the F1 2020 My Team mode. I'm absolutely loving it so far. There's so much going on, and it's like my wet dream of a game because I love management style games and I love the F1 games, and it's a combination of management, in the F1 game, and it's glorious and wonderful, and I just want to succeed, and I want to get Incompetent Racing GP to the top of the mountain. So thank you guys for coming out once again. I'm going to hit end the stream. I will publicize this as soon as it processes, and hopefully I'll see you all later for the Vietnam Grand Prix. Take care, guys.